Ms. Hilburn, you admit that you've been caught up in a love triangle for the past 3 years, which you say resulted in the birth of your 10-month-old daughter, Saray. But you're here to prove she is the defendant's baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Barnes, you claim that you discovered Ms. Hilburn was cheating on you on Valentine's Day. Your relationship ended, but soon after giving Ms. Hilburn another chance, you discovered she was still sleeping with the other man.
Yes, Your Honor.
And while you're hoping you are Saray's father, you do have doubts.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
So, Mr. Barnes, what kind of connection have you developed with this child?
It's a father-daughter relationship. I was there from start to finish. I was there for appointments, ultrasounds. I was there when she was born. I got there before she did to the hospital. I signed all the paperwork to be on the birth certificate. Well, I couldn't be because she is still legally married, so I was not able to be put on it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting you to say that, so she's still legally married to someone else.
And I would want more than anything to actually be her father. Because I was there, I've put the time, the commitment, the love. She's my daughter for all I know. So I want it to be that way.
So, Ms. Hilburn, you've been caught in a love triangle.
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain to me, what is going on?
I met Mr. Barnes through an ex of mine. He was friends with him, and we developed a relationship and started sleeping together, and then we started to have issues, and I met another guy and started to sleep with him behind Mr. Barnes's back.
That's pretty much a love triangle, so you ended up having feelings for both men.
Yes.
And Mr. Barnes, during the time this was going on, did you have any idea she was sleeping with someone else?
No, Your Honor, it was always done while I was at work, so I had no idea. So the night before Valentine's Day, which is the first time it happened, I was at work. She said she was going to her friends. Okay, fine, go ahead. I get home, I try texting her, try calling her, no response. So whatever, I go to sleep. The next day, Miss Hilburn and the other gentleman come back to the house. They're brought by the people that they stayed with. I was informed by the people who brought them that they had slept together that night.
That is not true. I told him that I'd slept with the other man.
She had been telling him that she was not with anybody at that point in time. We had lived in a house together, and that's where this other gentleman moved in. We were all living there. I was
let's slow down at that part. You said all of you were living together?
Yes, ma'am.
You're living with your girlfriend and the man she cheated on you with?
No, we were not together at the time.
No.
So if she...
Were you still sleeping with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That's together in some respects. So you all are living in the house together?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you sleeping with both of them while you live in the house with both of them, Ms. Hilburn?
Yes, I was.
So, I'm not trying to give anyone tips, but how did you pull that off? How?
He would go to work. As soon as he left, me and the other guy would have sex.
Wow. Did both guys know you were with the other one?
Not all the time, they didn't.
But some of the time they did?
Yes. And
No, ma'am, Your Honor. We had
Barnes
no idea of each other.
Was dumb enough to
2 months
believe my
after
lie.
Saray was born, that's when
She just said you were dumb enough to believe her lie.
She was
Yes,
never
he did.
told.
Yes, he did.
If I would have known at that point in time that there was another gentleman she was messing around with, it would not have been how it is today.
If he said it was going to be different, that's why he's still sleeping with me in the present.
Mr. Barnes, are you still intimate with Ms. Hilburn?
Yes, ma'am, but we use condoms.
Ms. Hilburn, are you also still with the other guy?
Yes, and 5 months after this baby was born, I became pregnant again.
Oh, so you're pregnant now?
Yes, 7 months.
You're pregnant right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know who this child's father is?
It could be Mr. Barnes or the other guy.
It's the same situation.
The same situation.
All right, Jerome. Guess we can cancel our vacations.
Absolutely.
Because Ms. Hilburn will be returning. Ms. Hilburn, same two men could potentially be the father?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you find out you're pregnant.
Yes.
With Saray. Who do you tell first?
I told Mr. Barnes first. He said that he wanted to see the proof because there had been other times that I lied to him about being pregnant. So I took the paper to him and showed that I was pregnant, and he was happy because he wanted to be a father.
Okay, so even though she lied before about being pregnant,
Yeah, I saw the proof this
you saw
time,
the proof
so I was happy.
and you were happy.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she tell you about the other guy?
Not at that moment. I didn't find out about the other guy until 2 months after Saray was born. We had gotten into an argument, and she had let slip that I may not be the father. So from then on, there has been some doubt that I might not be, but I want to know.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
I did tell him before the baby was born that there was a chance that she could not be his.
You told me 2 months after Saray was born.
I told you
That's
2
when
months before
most of the
Saray was
problems
born.
between you and I started dealing with that gorgeous girl right there. I love that girl.
You nodded affirmatively. He does love her, right?
Yeah. And when I told him, he didn't want to believe that she wasn't his.
And that breaks your heart because you did finally try to tell the truth.
Yes,
And then he didn't want to believe you.
After she was born. That's why we're here, because she lied to us. We don't know. We want to know.
And so what happens if she's not your biological child?
It would devastate me. I was there from day one. You know, the fact that she might not be mine, it hurts.
And I regret it. I really do.
Ms. Hilburn, there's a part of me that wants to believe you regret it, and yet you find yourself in the exact same situation again. I don't know how much more difficult a life lesson has to be, but the mistake you've repeated again. So as you're going through the birth and Mr. Barnes is here for Saray and he's developing this beautiful bond, what's going on with the other guy?
He's not there.
So he just shows up for the sex, not for the responsibility?
Yeah. And he only tries to be the dad to try to get to Mr. Barnes.
To
provoke
me.
him.
Oh.
Yes.
So using your baby as a pawn, and you're still sleeping with him?
Yes.
Somebody tried to play your baby like she's a little pawn in the game?
Yes.
She does the same thing, Your Honor. She holds her over my head. If somebody doesn't do what she wants or something happens that she disapproves of, she will threaten to take her away from me, not let me see her.
This other guy, what if he's the father?
He's not going to be a dad.
She deserves somebody there as a father.
And I'm scared that if the baby is not his, that Mr. Barnes will walk away and he won't come back.
So you are truly fearful that your actions have destroyed your child's opportunity to have two parents, a loving home, and a man that cares for her.
Yes,
I can tell it's eating away at you.
it does.
Not just this child, potentially another one.
Yes.
It's obvious what your hopes are because
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
definitely want to be the father.
Yes, I do.
And you truly want him to be because this other gentleman, you have no faith in him.
I do not.
Why are you with him then? If you got one guy that truly loves you and wants to step up to the plate, that's what I don't understand about a love triangle, Jerome.
He truly loves me, but he tells me he's in love with his current girlfriend.
Oh, so this isn't a love triangle, this is a square. We got Ms. Hilburn and Mr. Barnes. His girlfriend, the guy you're sleeping with, that's all the players.
Yes.
So, Mr. Barnes, you got a girlfriend.
Yes, I do.
Does she know about this relationship?
She suspects, but when you don't see your girlfriend for 7 months, you don't see her, what else are you supposed to do?
Hold on now. You say you don't see your girlfriend for 7 months?
Yeah, she lives on the property with her baby daddy and her kids.
Jerome, it can't get any worse.
This is pretty messy.
It can't get any worse.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
But you're still sleeping with Miss Hilburn, and she could potentially be carrying your child now, and you also could be Saray's father.
Saray happened before we even got together. She was born before we got together.
So she knows about Saray?
Yes.
What about the new baby?
She's been told possibly that it's possibly mine.
She believes
All right.
stronger that the other
You know what?
man is the father, though. No.
So this is just a bona fide mess. Really? Really? Because basically the other guy is just having sex with you and using you.
Yes.
You know what? This is what we're going to do today. We are going to get the DNA test results for Saray today. But I am going to order you, I am going to send you directly from this courtroom, and we're going to do some prenatal testing. And we're going to find out who this child's father is. Because I can see right now, you all gonna leave here and go back out into these streets just making more and more mess. And look, Saray's already had to wait long enough, and this child should not have to do the same. You shouldn't have to be almost 1 year old to figure out who your father is. That doesn't have to be the case. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because I got the truth for you. I'm gonna serve it up. Jerome, let's go to the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Hilburn versus Barnes, pertaining to whether Sean Barnes is the biological father of 10-month-old Saray Barnes, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Barnes, you are not Saray's father. I know that wasn't the news you wanted.
No.
And as much as I believe and would bet my bottom dollar, Miss Hilburn, that you have orchestrated a lot of this mess, I was still rooting for you. And I was rooting for Saray. I knew this man loved her. And I wanted him to be her father, but the DNA says otherwise. I'm just a judge. DNA is the jury. Mr. Barnes, I know these are not the results you wanted, and I know you've gotten so attached to Saray. I can see the hurt in your eyes, and I'm sorry that it didn't turn out the way you wanted. What will you do now?
What is there to do? I mean, can't just really let go of that.
And you don't have to. Because ultimately, you can't be in the child's life and then carry a resentment. You understand? And you are not her biological father. So if you truly feel like it's best that you step away, she's young enough now where she can recover. But now we have to figure out, are you the father of the unborn child? Lack of responsibility has led you to this place. Right from this courtroom, you are going to go get tested. A prenatal DNA test will be administered so that we can determine who's the father of this innocent unborn child you're carrying. So you can begin to break this cycle. Because you said you just don't really know why you do these things. You're just out here lying. You said about 10 times a day, because I lied, because he's dumb enough to believe my lies, because I lied, he says you lied. You out here lying all over the place.
Yes.
Now it's time for the truth. Court is adjourned. So, Ms. Hilburn and Mr. Barnes, since you appeared in my courtroom, has it gotten better, I hope?
Yes. Sean is like the only person that I talk to now.
All right.
We come to an agreement that Saray's all that, I'm the only one she's known as her dad, so we agreed that we'll keep it that way.
Yeah.
So when you were in our courtroom, Ms. Hilburn, you were pregnant.
Yes.
And there was an issue as to the paternity of your unborn child, am I correct?
Yes.
Well, I have those results here for you right now. Are you ready for them?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Barnes, you are not the father.
Still not going to change anything for the fact of Saray. So, just going to keep on going how we have been.
So, what type of relationship have you developed with Errol, Mr. Nicola?
I come home from work, he smiles, crawls over to me. I leave, he cries until she comes home. He's just like my little buddy.
And what does that relationship mean to you? Can you tell the court?
It means more than anything 'cause he's the first one I'm actually gonna get to see grow up.
And the thought that this could be your cousin's baby, does that eat away at you?
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm happy because it'll be his first. And I'm happy for Kayla regardless because me and her had our miscarriage and it really tore her apart.
Your mother submitted a statement to the court. She's one of the identical twins. And Miss McCartney sent this statement. Cordell's the dad. He's been dad since day one, and I've been grandma since day one. I'll continue to be grandma either way. So your mother's developed a significant bond with Errol as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she believes she's the grandmother
Yes, Your Honor.
and raises and treats the baby like he's her grandson.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Eddy, your mother also submitted a statement to the court. She's the other identical twin. She says, I believe my son is Errol's father. When she took the pregnancy test, I was the first one her and Nathan showed it to. I said, okay, who's the dad? And she said it had to be Nathan because her and Cordell hadn't done anything. I even offered to pay for a DNA test when Errol was 2 to 3 months old, and she refused. It's making me crazy. It's really messed up me and my sister's relationship, and we're twins. I've missed a year of being a grandma that I can't get back if he's the dad.
Your Honor, I did not refuse to go get a DNA test. I wanted to from the beginning. I told her anytime. She said that she would give me a date, and she never gave me a date. So that's why I personally came here to get the answer.
Your Honor, she refused 2 of them. My sister told her she would do 2 of them, and she never got back with my sister.
So, Miss Endicott, you are Mr. Eddy's aunt.
And Cordell's.
And Cordell's aunt.
Yep.
Okay, so you're another sibling, but just not the twins.
Right.
Gotcha.
I'm the little sister.
You're the little sister.
Yeah.
What do you know about this ma'am?
I do know that she tells Nathan all the time, you're the daddy. Then she'll go back to Cordell and say, you're the daddy. I just want it done and over with. And if it's Nathan, that's cool. He needs to be a daddy, be in the life. And if it's Cordell, she needs to leave Nathan alone so he can go on.
I'm hearing something between your words. Are you feeling like Miss Wilson is engaging Mr. Eddy in an unhealthy way, not just about the baby, but keeping him kind of in her fold?
I have the feeling that she's trying to control his life.
And why do you feel that? Can you give me a specific example?
Just by the way, whenever she texted him, he does whatever she says.
If he did what I said, why wasn't he at my son's birth?
Because you told us we wasn't invited.
And Mr. Eddy, why didn't you go?
I was told that she had a doctor's appointment that day, and I told her to keep me updated. And I had no transportation. She went under emergency C-section. And I just got a message that says he's here with pictures.
Did you feel like all of a sudden you were left out?
The way that the baby was born and he moved away and stuff, it made me feel like she just wanted him to be the dad regardless. And that she just wants to be with him. And that tore me up, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I kind of hope it just goes in his favor. That way, don't make me feel as bad.
Oh, because you're saying if Errol's your biological son, that's gonna make you feel horrible that all of that time you missed.
Right.
So, Ms. Wilson, did you put Mr. Eddy or Mr. Nicola on Errol's birth certificate?
Yes, put Cordell.
Oh, you put Mr. Nicola on the birth
He signed it, yes.
Was that because he was with you or because you all made a decision? Was it a three-way consultation?
No, Your Honor. He was there at the birth, and I felt like Nathan wasn't even ready if it was his own son because he didn't have a job. He didn't have a vehicle. He still lived with his parents, his aunt, somebody. He'd never had his own place, and...
So you picking the best father. You're not picking the biological father, you picking the best father. You've been honest to this point. What if he would have had the opportunity to be there because he had transportation and he had notice?
We would have went through with the DNA. If somebody told me that I had a son and he's being born, I don't care if I had to hitchhike, I would be at the hospital the day after.
So you felt like because he didn't get there, he wasn't as committed, which only reaffirmed the reason why you decided Mr. Nicola is gonna be the best father for the baby. I'm putting his name on the birth certificate.
And I believed he was. I still believe he is.
So if it's determined that he's not today, Mr. Nicola's on the birth certificate, where do we go from?
If we decide that Cordell's not the father, it'll have to be changed.
So, Mr. Eddy, were you aware your cousin signed the birth certificate for a baby he even says is 50-50 between you and him?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, me not getting a ride up there caused me and my mom in a big dispute, and I couldn't get anybody to take me.
Can you tell Ms. Wilson how missing that moment, missing the baby being born, the baby you believe is yours, what that feels like?
It just really ripped my heart out because I thought she loved me more than to do that, but then again,
You thought she loved you more?
Not enough that she wouldn't have done that to me.
When you say done that to me, can you explain?
That she just basically pushed me aside for him to be the dad, is what I feel. But if it comes back Cordell's, I'll just let him be.
I just got it. That's your brother, but you the big brother.
Yes, Your Honor.
He idolizes his big brother. His big brother had a girl. The girl was beautiful. I idolize my big brother, but the girl then pays me attention when my big brother does things she doesn't like. Now I've fallen in love with my big brother's girl. And now she's keeping my baby away from me because now she really wants to be with my big brother, so they've taken my baby and made a family. But I still love my big brother, but I still love the girl.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Wilson, I need to ask you this because I feel like that there were parts of these times and these moments where you latched on to him and made him feel like you loved him and there was potential for you all. You're nodding yes.
There was times that I did.
Yes. Look, I've been doing this a long time. I know this. And so what's fascinating is that even in his testimony, he's not gonna fully give you away, and he's not gonna hurt his brother because he already feels horrible enough for doing what he did.
He's a very good guy. I mean, when it comes to that, and we were best friends, and that's kind of how we still are, and that's what I kind of wanted it to always be, and that's what led up to the sex. We were like best friends, and then it led to more than that.
Oh, I get exactly what happened. I really do. If Mr. Eddy is Errol's biological father, have you thought about that? I know you say you believe Mr. Nicola is. Would you want to be a family with him for the baby?
I don't want to push something just for the baby because sometimes that's the worst case scenario. And I want him to be happy, and I've told him that multiple times. I want him to be happy. I want him to find somebody and not have drama like comes with me.
So now, what is your relationship like, Mr. Eddy and Mr. Nicola? I mean, I will give you this. I have seen families come up in this courtroom and act a plumb fool over less drama than this. But you two have not spoken an ill word about the other. You all have both cried when you talk about the baby and one another. What is your relationship like?
We was real close all through school. I mean, I just want to keep it that way. I don't want no conflict with anybody.
This is just eating you up, isn't it, Mr. Eddy?
Yep.
I can just see, honey. Mr. Nicola, you can't really even look at your cousin right now?
No, Your Honor.
You can't.
No, Your Honor.
What do you feel? Why can't you look?
Betrayed.
Betrayed.
But we have been trying to get back to where we were. Just for our family, because even me and his mom had a close connection, and me and his mom don't even talk no more.
This is a family divided. First cousins who could both be the father, and identical twins who could both be the grandmothers. Is there anything you two cousins would like to say to one another before I go to the results? Is there anything you would like to say?
I'm sorry for what I did to you. I always love you.
I always love you.
Miss Wilson, is there anything you would like to say?
I'm sorry to everyone and their family, and I'm very sorry that I made my mistake, and I hope today clears it up some. And to anybody that's hurt today, I'm deeply sorry.
If you all are ready for the results, I have them for you. Jerome, nab the envelope. Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Wilson Nicola versus Eddy, pertaining to whether Mr. Nicola or Mr. Eddy is the father of 10-month-old Errol Nicola, it has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Nicola. You made it through. How does it feel, Mr. Nicola?
Great. I'm glad it's over with. Now hopefully me and Nathan can get our relationship back the way it was.
This was a family saga unlike anything I think we've ever seen in this courtroom. And I hope this truth is the beginning of, I think, just at least an opportunity for you all to begin to repair that beautiful relationship you had. You're both such lovely young men. Not perfect young men, but you really showed respect in this courtroom. For yourselves, for your family, for one another, for Errol. I couldn't have asked for more. Because nobody's gonna be perfect in life, but you all are gonna be able to give him some very real advice about, right? People always ask me, how do you give such good advice? 'Cause I done lived. I messed up. I have fallen down and gotten back up. That's not how I know how to tell you all how to do it.